whether you submit your assignment on Moodle or in Wiley, if it is
Mm-hmm.
assigned as a homework, HW
Mm-hmm.
assignment,
Mm-hmm.
would be out of that 30%, which is 20 homework, 10 lab.
Okay. Oh, and
And
how much is the
then
midterm?
let me, so I could break it
20.
down for you.
Let me
And then
write this down.
any QC, which is quiz or test, as in the midterm,
Mm-hmm.
assessments are 20% of your grade.
Okay.
And oral is
So all of the
10% of your
quizzes
grade.
are assessments.
Could you please repeat?
You said all of the quizzes are noted as assessments.
Yeah, quizzes and tests are assessments. That goes to a 20%, and you would see that in your breakdown. Are you able to see the grade book? I have uploaded a grade book in Moodle. I don't know if students can see it.
Yes, we can see both the one in Wiley Plus and Moodle. We would have to click on grades, and it'll show us a list of the assignments and then the grade next to that assignment.
So do you see um, the assignments with a breakdown as I separated them, or you just see what you uploaded to Moodle? It'd be interesting to see that.
No, we see the separate assignments like week 1, week 2, which is just how you have it set up. And
Okay.
then we see the grades, and then we see your feedback.
Okay.
Can I just add this,
I
Professor?
hola. I have to add the oral to that,
Mm-hmm.
but as you can see, I love my students, but I have to cut everything today because otherwise I'll never finish grading. And next week we already have test 2 on
Yes, I saw that when I was looking on the thing
yeah, because we have
on
to
the schedule.
know what we have to review before we um, go to the final on chapter 8. You see,
Oh, okay.
so we can't really just let it just go. We have to keep introducing and assessing so we really understand. Okay.
Okay.
So
So it's like every week. I see that we have an assessment next week as well.
yes,
Okay.
on chapter 6 and 7.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you were saying something about the total grades on Wiley Plus. How much percentage is that?
You cannot separate put the entire Wiley on one category.
Oh, okay.
Any assignments or classwork or homework, all of them are assignments.
Okay.
They are going to be graded out of 30%, which is 20% homework and
Mm-hmm.
10% lab. Because remember, your lab is being incorporated to your homework. I always do listening comprehension, if you notice,
Yes.
and that way you don't just measure one skill, and if you're better
Mm-hmm.
at one or the other, then it balances out.
Oh, okay.
So that is your 30%, 20% assignment plus 10% lab. But as you can, it's not that we have another other choice right now. Everything is done in the lab, which is
And
online.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Professor,
how do we I guess weigh the midterm? Because I
Mid,
think
mid,
somebody was
midterm
saying it was
is
worth 15%.
where did they get that from?
it's 10. Isn't
I
it
don't
10?
know.
Doesn't the outline say 10%?
No. 10% is the oral, but the
Yeah, that's
written
the
is
oral.
20%.
Yeah, but don't we have to
Oh,
do written
so the
with
midterm is
10% each?
30%.
You guys need to read your syllabus and your course outline, and
I'm
everything is there.
I'm
I don't think we need to use time for the class, which we need to catch up
no.
for something that is
I'm
there.
looking at it right now.
Yes, please. All right, because whatever grade you get is going to be converted into, if you notice, your oral grades are already calculated out of 10.
Yes, I see that.
They're written in Moodle is even though it's 100%, that is going to be grouped along with the homework. So that means that that goes towards, if you get 100, and 90, and 80, and 100 for homework, all of that is added up, and then you get 30% of that.
Okay.
That's, yeah, okay, that's how it works. And then the quizzes and the test, then all of that is calculated and it goes towards the 20% assessment. And orals are always 10%. And that's how you get your coursework.
60.
Your 60, correct. And then, of course, you know, the final is 40, 30 for the written, 10 for the oral. Class is about to start.
Yes.
Okay. Chicos.
Angelique, you gotta update us in the group chat and what y'all talk about, please.
I'm just going over what you guys have from week 1.
Oh, I thought y'all was saying something special before we came in.
No.
No.
Oh.
The only thing special that I could probably announce, and it's not it was not in Moodle or in Wiley Plus, is that tomorrow is a holiday.
That ain't special. We can't go on the
But
beach.
we can't go on the beach.
Well, if you think about it hard enough, it's en el corazón. La playa está en el corazón.
That's not gonna work. I want to be in.
This is
in it. I want to know.
This is when we get to review los pasatiempos, and you tell me what you wish you could do. En la mente.
Yes.
See. Guys, I have to start early.
Hello?
Because we have a lot of work. Hola.
I have a question.
You have
Professor, yes.
Why are you
That
shouting?
time limit for our exam was unrealistic.
Why are you shouting? Why? ¿Por qué me atacas?
Oh, sorry. That time limit for our exam was unrealistic. I had a nervous breakdown while trying to do it.
This is the fast reader?
Yes, the fast reader.
That was not enough time for real.
I was not enough time, and I couldn't finish it. I had to leave a whole section incompleted, and at some point, I just was answering questions randomly.
Okay, good. So that means that now that you know that the time is going to be an hour and a half for test, final exam is going to be 2 hours, then you're going to study a little harder so you don't have to think as hard. Because that was even just you filling out and writing answers as opposed to having to write a whole composition. In the final exam, you have to write the composition. So I understand that you came on a riot mode, but that's the time. And it was done before and it worked. So I believe in you guys. So I mean, we're going to have to study a little harder.
I have a question, Professor.
Yes. This is the problem that I'm having with this class, though. I need more time to teach. And I have a whole office hour that people are not using. I'm going to answer the question. And after this question, I'm going to start the class. Go ahead.
I want to know if you was just given a free smoke yesterday, because I want to know if I do something, Professor, because I like the pressure you put on us yesterday. That was too much free smoke that I did not sign up for. I was trying to study that information and answer them things. Like, I was going crazy.
I'm trying to comprender. No comprendo. So you say you had a question. What's the question?
I just wanted to know, like, why those assignments yesterday was, well, okay, what was the purpose of giving us the assignment yesterday when a lot of the material for the assignment we didn't review? And I understand that you said that we had to do that whole self-review thing, but it was that type of information was kind of a little tedious to review by ourselves.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you realize that I'm really not responsible for what you didn't learn in 103. However, my review had to be extended because I realized that the more I went over the review, the less prepared the class was. And the bottom line is that if you don't understand how to conjugate with simple present, then it's going to be very difficult for you to understand how to conjugate other tenses. The reality is that obviously a lot of you had questions and doubts and you have not utilized your office hours. I've been here every single day before class at 3 since I announced the office hours and nobody comes. I could have helped you more if you would have done that. Another thing too is that sometimes we could do more working class, but in many occasions, the whole 30 minutes or 45 minutes sometimes goes with question, question here, answer, answer. I don't know if you realize when you allow me to introduce and say what I have to say, by the time I say any questions, most of you will say, oh, you already answered it. Okay? But if you have questions, I have to allow you to ask. Intensive courses are not easy. Yes, it is a lot of work. I don't know if you're speaking about what you had to review by yourself as in yesterday, or you were speaking about the week before.
No, I was talking about yesterday.
So are we speaking about yesterday, or are we speaking about the midterm exam?
I was thinking about the midterm.
Okay. Now, the reason I had to do that with you yesterday is because I realized that when I give you homework and I spend most of the time extending homework. My grades for midterm are not ready because a lot of you request extensions. And that only tells me that for some reason, the self-study time is not working. So I had to give you the time to do what we had yesterday so that what we have to do today, you can handle it. I do hope that you understand that, when a professor realizes that there are certain weaknesses in the class, we have to find the methodology to ensure that the class gets it. And that is my goal, that you get it, okay? When I realized how long students were taking to complete the exam, even though it was not everybody, then I say, okay, I have to find a way to make them study and go over it, okay? Because now you will have questions. If you did what I assigned yesterday, you will have a lot of questions pertaining to the class. Not the questions pertaining to the things that I posted from week 1 and persons have not read, okay? Go ahead. I really have to, at 4:10, I have to start the class because we need the time. But any other question before I go on? Any other question?
Well, this is just more of a statement.
Okay.
But because this is an online classes, and this is like somewhat new to a lot of us.
Sure.
Like when you have like I'm still talking like the midterm, because when you have like audio you have to listen to and stuff, and you still have to type and everything, that is very time consuming. And you sometimes you do have incidents where your internet could drop in and out because we live in the Bahamas, and Cape Bahamas is not reliable. We have to also keep that in mind, and we have to be, sometimes you have to add like extra like 15 minutes because anything can happen.
Okay. I thank you very much for your comment. However, I want you to know that COVID-19 has only affected the way of doing final exams. The written exam, which is to your advantage, because normally the written exam would have had another component, which would have been the composition. Because I'm taking into consideration the fact that we live in the Bahamas and internet can drop, I assign the writing pieces as a homework in Moodle, where you could study and look at your answers and go over it. And then you only had to conjugate and basically select answers for the midterm. So Wiley Plus is might be new to you, but it's not new to UB. We've been working on Wiley Plus for a number of years now. I have been using Wiley Plus, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. maybe more. And I always send my students to the lab. Now, the difference is that when I send the students to the UB lab, because the internet is more steady, they only have 1 hour to complete the work. Because I understand that you have challenges, then you were allotted 1 hour and a half. In addition to that, normally at UB, the assignment would have been timed, perhaps maybe 120 minutes or 70 minutes or 90 minutes, like something like that, depending on how long. But it's normally time longer when the composition part it's included. Also, I don't know if you remember that I went in and while you were still working on it, I requested a little extension and I extended it. So I did the best I could on my end, but this only means that we probably have to work a bit harder so that the answer comes quicker, all right? I understand that it's new to you. I tried to prepare you the best I could, and that's why we did the oral during class time. We did, matter of fact, anybody who submitted the oral during the test, that's 100% you just got. The first day when we just did a test, just because it was a drill and all of that, that's an automatic 100%. Whoever didn't submit it, you missed the opportunity of getting 100%, So, like I said, I really did the best I can to try to prepare you. I know it's not easy, and it's you just know how it works now. So please, let's get to the content so that when we get to test number 2, everybody is better prepared. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because even the oral, I had to extend it, and but now we know. The results were not bad at all. I mean, some persons could have done better, but we have some good grades. But please remember, that's 20% of your grade, which goes along with other 20%, anything considered a quiz, okay? So that's not the final grade. All right, so vamos a comenzar.
Professor.
Yeah, I was prepared for this session because after an assessment, we always get the "we don't love you anymore" kind of mode, and that's when I turn into the bad guy.
No, don't turn into the bad guy.
No, I'm not saying I'm gonna turn into the bad guy. I'm saying that's when the students see me as the bad guy. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, my intention is to make sure that you do well. So now that you know that whenever I post something that's exactly what you have to study, because that's exactly what you're gonna see, we're gonna start focusing more on what we have prepared. Okay, see? Okay, so oh, by the way, some of the listening pieces, guys, please avoid reading. And you will see the comment just for future reference. Vamos a comenzar. Miren. Para comenzar, vamos a practicar. Vamos a recordar. Ok. Un repaso. ¿Recuerdan esto?
Sí.
La diferencia, ¿sí? Ok. El futuro cercano, voy a. And this is an issue that I have with some of you in the weather exercise, for example, that before the midterm, because you were supposed to say va a ser, it's going to be the weather. And that is the near future, going to be. Some of you decided to literally translate and use it will be, which is not really part of the content. So please stick to the content that we are working with so that you don't lose points. Okay? Mañana. Mañana va a ser. There's a difference. Va a hacer versus va a ser. Okay? Va a hacer is going to, and then hacer as in frío, calor. Va a ser as in the verb to be. Hacer as in to do. Comprenden the two different verbs. Mañana va a ser is going to be. Mañana va a ser un día festivo. Un día festivo. Entonces uso ir conjugado. Mañana va conjugado a ser un infinitivo. ¿Sí? ¿Comprenden? Mañana va a ser un día festivo. Festivo as in festivity, holiday. ¿Sí? Mañana va a ser un día festivo porque mañana celebramos, ¿sí? Mañana celebramos, we celebrate. Futuro cercano, celebramos, presente. Futuro cercano, help me out.
Hold on, so I try to understand. Yeah.
Mañana, a ir más a más infinitivo. Mañana va a ser un día festivo porque mañana celebramos. Sustituye, celebramos. Substitute, sustituye, celebramos por el futuro cercano, the near future. Celebramos es presente. Futuro cercano, ¿cómo es el futuro cercano? Okay. Okay, everybody's lost, right? That's when I go in Spanish and you. Okay. Let me help you out. Let me use it right here. Okay. Mañana. Mañana va a ser un día festivo. ¿Ya? ¿Sí?
Sí.
Ok. Muy bien. Ok, continuamos. Un día festivo. Disculpe. Mañana celebramos. Sustituye celebramos por el futuro cercano. Sustituye. En inglés, tomorrow we celebrate. Or tomorrow we are going to celebrate.
We are celebrating.
Independence.
Vamos a celebrar. Will it be vamos a?
Vamos a. Do we
Celebrar?
conjugate to? Ah, muy bien. We don't conjugate the to. Muy bien.
No, we take that one off, yeah.
Mañana vamos a celebrar la independencia de Bahamas.
We really celebrating that now.
We can celebrate it now.
Listen. Okay. Call the police for you all. I'm going to call the Zoom police. Okay. La policía de Zoom viene para la clase. Ok. Entonces, vamos. ¿Qué vamos a celebrar mañana? ¿Qué
Mañana
vamos?
Mañana vamos a celebrar la independencia.
La independencia de Bahamas.
Independencia. Muy bien. Take your time.
Independencia.
Okay. I'm only hearing two voices and I know I have more people in here. Okay. Vamos a repetir. A ver. Mañana vamos a celebrar la independencia de Bahamas. ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Sí.
Okay.
Sí.
¿Qué celebramos mañana?
Mañana vamos a celebrar la independencia de Bahamas.
Independencia de Bahamas.
Take your time. Independencia.
Independencia.
You know, in English, you make more emphasis on consonants, but in Spanish, we stress vowels. Okay, that's how you get the full sound. Okay. Muy bien, ahora. ¿Mañana es un día normal o va a ser un día festivo? Mañana
va a ser un día festivo.
es un día festivo. Los días festivos en español se les dice días feriados. Días feriados. Entonces, mañana va a ser un día feriado. ¿Sí? Mañana va a ser un día feriado. Ahora, miren esto. Recuerden el sonido mañana va a hacer y mañana va a hacer. It sounds very similar, very close, right? Miren este otro.
Yes, it does.
Mañana. Un momento. Mañana va a hacer frío o calor.
Calor.
Mañana va a hacer, you see the difference now? Calor. ¿Qué tiempo va a hacer? Va a ser. It's a little longer. The sound is a little longer. ¿Qué tiempo va a hacer mañana?
Mañana va a hacer calor.
Mañana va a hacer. You have to blend that okay? Because it's going to, and then the weather. Mañana va a hacer calor. Mañana va a hacer frío. ¿Sí o no?
No. Mañana va.
Un momento, piensa. No. Mañana no va a hacer frío. No right in front of the verb. The first no is to say yes or no. Actually, no, you already answered. But for the purpose of the class, you're required to answer in a complete sentence. That's why no, mañana no va a hacer. If you don't want to use mañana, no va a hacer. We just need that no in front of the verb to make the verb negative. Okay. Now I'm going to go over it again because I am sure the room sounds so quiet that it's like, what is she talking about today? She is talking about the near future, which is an activity that you are going to do. And this activity requires that you use the verb ir más a más infinitivo. But it is going to have to be conjugated because we always conjugate the first verb, but the second one is not. Okay? Entonces, mañana va a ser. So, I'm going over this because we cannot keep introducing concept without making sure that we establish the difference. All right? ¿Comprende?
Sí.
Okay. Now, do we have any question with futuro cercano? Okay, vamos a ver ahora con el progresivo. Now, el futuro cercano, the difference is that because in English you could sometimes use one instead of the other, it may pose a question for you. And that's why I'm making sure that you establish the difference, right? And el futuro progresivo en español is only used when you're doing the thing right now. For example, when you say seeing is believing, that is not present progressive. That is to see is to believe, isn't it? Seeing is believing means that to see is to believe, isn't it?
Yes.
That means that if you can replace that ing, which is the gerund, right? The participle, if you can replace it by the infinitive, then that means you cannot use the progressive in Spanish. Because you can only use that progressive and we call it el gerundio, the gerund, when after to be ser, no ser, perdón, estar, rather. Estar, because it's something happening now at present. You can only use it after estar. Estar, so you're doing the action right now, right there. Estar, right? So, ahora estamos estudiando español, ¿sí o no? Ahora
Sí,
estamos
sí.
estudiando español. Muy bien.
Sí.
Ahora, so you see, you use time expressions that help you to identify the tense you have to use. So mañana we are going to near future. Ahora it's a present. Ahora estamos, ¿qué? Es to help me out.
Estamos estudiando.
Estudiando español.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking you
Okay.
conjugated.
Now you have to tell your brain, okay, I'm doing this thing right now. So, estar más gerundio. Okay. ¿Estamos celebrando la independencia hoy?
No.
Today is not independence in the Bahamas.
Español. ¿Estamos celebrando la independencia
Hoy
hoy?
no estamos.
Sí, sí.
Hoy no estamos.
Hoy no.
No, it's no.
No, I mean no. Of course.
No estamos
No,
la
Bahamas.
independencia de Bahamas, yeah.
I was saying, see that you walk around.
This sounds like when people going to protest in Rossum Square.
I'm trying to sound with everybody talking at the same time.
I'm sorry, I like noise in my class.
Especially when everybody is just moving slow.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Michelle.
So,
Hi, Timmy.
Hi.
listen to this too. So, miren, hoy no estamos celebrando la independencia de Bahamas. Hoy no estamos celebrando la independencia de Bahamas. I'm going to repeat it. I know I'm saying it fast, but I want you to identify the sounds, right? Hoy no estamos celebrando la independencia de Bahamas. Follow with your eyes. Follow with your eyes. Hoy no estamos celebrando la independencia de Bahamas. ¿Estamos celebrando la independencia de Bahamas hoy? ¿Sí o no?
No.
No. Good. So this is how we answer. Watch it. No. And then now we.
No.
No, hoy.
Oh.
No, hoy no estamos celebrando. And this is how you say we are not. No estamos.
No estamos.
So, Professor, we wouldn't say, like how you said the last time, you wouldn't say no and then no oi.
No, you cannot, because you have to put no right in front of the verb.
Okay.
For you to say no hoy, I would have been asking you, la independencia es hoy o es mañana? You would say mañana, no hoy, not today.
Oh, okay.
You see, no hoy means not today.
Right.
¿Entiendes? Pero
Sí.
hoy no estamos is like today we are not. Okay? Okay. Vamos a intentar de nuevo. I'm going to mix the two tenses. And you're going to have to decide how you're going to answer me, from which side, okay? Can we try it? Let's see.
Sí.
¿Estamos estudiando español ahora? ¿Estamos estudiando español ahora? ¿Estamos estudiando español ahora?
Sí.
Sí.
Sí. Finish it up, come on.
Sí. Estamos
Estudiando.
estudiando español.
What? Español. Do not add words. Rely on the information that you read, and that will always have a lot of what you are going to use in your answer to have a correct answer. Okay?
Sí.
Repetimos. ¿Estamos estudiando español ahora?
Sí, estamos
Sí, estamos
estudiando
estudiando de
Español.
ahora.
Español. Nothing between estudiando en español.
Español ahora.
Estudiando español ahora. And whenever you see a word that ends with a vowel and another word that begins with a vowel, we blend it. Estamos estudiando. Estamos estudiando español ahora. You see, you blend the consonant with the vowel. That's why it sounds like one word. That's like in English when you say, I'm gonna come home early. Come home early. You don't say come home early. You know, you don't do that. Same thing in Spanish. Okay, when you're thinking cap, rápido, rápido. Anthony, I don't hear you. Is he here?
Yes, I've been answering. I've been saying yes and no and translate.
Okay, okay. ¿Va a hacer calor mañana? ¿Va a hacer calor mañana?
Hace calor mañana. Sí,
Sí.
sí. It is very hot.
Calor.
Sí, verbo, verbo.
Sí, calor mañana.
Verbo.
Oh, sí, vamos. I mean, así.
Escuchen. ¿Va a hacer calor mañana? ¿Va a hacer calor mañana?
Sí, va a ser calor
Sí, va
mañana.
a ser
Muy bien.
calor
mañana.
Va a hacer calor mañana.
Mañana.
Okay. Another one. ¿Estamos celebrando la independencia hoy o vamos a celebrar mañana? Good one.
Vamos a celebrar
Vamos a
mañana.
celebrar mañana.
Vamos a celebrar mañana. Okay, is it better?
Sí.
Okay. So, like I said, for the purpose of the midterm, I just really wanted to ensure that we work on the grammar part. All right. Now we're working more on the practical part, so we could use it along with the new content. Okay. Any questions before we transition? No? I'll stop sharing.
Professor, you could go back to the last screen. I wanted to take a screenshot of it, please. Or if someone already did, you could send it in the group.
You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to ask you all request stuff in Espanol, you know.
Trying to hurt people's brain.
I know, yeah. Sí. ¿Ya?
Professor, next Karina, you take a screenshot too.
Oh, madre mía.
Get them to me.
Is that one of the ancient languages?
Sí.
That, oh my God. Even Latin would be offended.
Oh,
This is Latin would say, "Eo insultato." You know, like Latin sounds like that. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's a lingua nerd joke. I'm
that's a
sorry.
nerd joke.
That's a lingua nerd. Hey, not any nerd. We are not any kind of nerd. Okay? Don't mix us up with math and them people. Okay, yeah? Better for the screenshot?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Un momento.
Un momento. Un momento.
Un momento.
No, un. You always say un.
Un momento.
Un in front of a noun is un. You only
Un
say uno
momento,
at the
por
end of a
favor.
sentence. ¿Ya? Ok. Mañana es un día festivo, es feriado, y normalmente, what do I mean by that?
Normally?
Normally, muy bien.
Normally.
Las personas van a la playa, ¿sí? Normalmente, pero...
I think that's a different slide.
Un momento. ¿Cuál es? Oh, la de... Esta? This is the one you need? Is this the one you need, guys?
We was asking where you was reading from.
No, I'm not reading. Oh, guys, I have a whole book in my head, so don't even go there.
Oh, wow. Then slide.
Let them know. Let
I'm
them
serious.
know.
We know that. That's why you kill us.
No, I kill you. Listen, when I was in college in 2008.
Again. Timmy, get it, Timmy.
She's saying 1488.
What type of language that is she speaking?
Es insultato. I have to stop sharing to transition. When we were doing composition, writing skills, the professor who wrote the book was my professor, our professor. So, she used to say, page 44, paragraph, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, what's she reading from? She's not reading. She wrote the book.
Oh my God. I would never want a professor like that teach me.
Oh, listen, but guess what? That was a blessing because thanks to that, I can do it to people. No, you get the benefit because I'm able to do compare grammar and help you. Okay, so mañana es un día festivo y las personas normalmente van a la playa. En la playa las personas realizan actividades como, ¿qué hacen las personas en la playa?
Nada.
Ajá. Un momento, las personas nadan.
Nada.
Nadan, ¿qué más?
Las personas esquían.
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 Ajá.
Las personas juegan el voleibol.
Juegan el voleibol. Juegan el voleibol.
Is
¿Qué
it
más? Tocan guitarra. Tocan
Yeah,
guitarra.
tocan guitarra.
¿Qué más? Ok. Y en los días festivos en Bahamas, ¿qué hacen las personas? ¿Qué hacen las personas?
Las personas caminan.
Caminan, ¿dónde?
Las personas
the street.
El parque.
En el parque. ¿Cómo se dice the street? La calle, la calle.
In the street.
En la calle. En la calle. C-A-L-L-E. L también se llama elle o doble L. C-A-L-L-E o doble L o elle. Calle. Las personas caminan en la calle. Las personas van al cine. Las personas van al cine en Bahamas.
Las personas.
No, las personas van al cine en el mundo, in the world.
Sí.
Con COVID. Is the movie open?
No.
Es el cine.
I thought it was open to social distance.
Pero, las personas, ¿está abierto? ¿Is it open? ¿Está abierto?
I think so.
Only Michelle no.
Español, español.
No, profesor.
No.
No sé.
No sé, muchas gracias. Ok. ¿Las personas miran la televisión en su casa?
Sí.
Sí. Sí.
Las personas de televisión en casa.
¿Las personas miran la televisión en su casa? Matthew, I don't hear you. Amy.
I'm right here.
Okay, so I need to hear your voices, guy. Taisha, Devon, Ashley, Aliyah, Jeff, Aaron, I don't hear you today. Indira, Tianga, come on, guys. ¿Las personas miran la televisión en su casa?
Sí.
Sí.
Sí, dos personas miran la televisión en su casa.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Would it be mi casa if you're speaking for yourself?
Yeah,
Las
mi
pers-
casa, lo
Las,
siento.
no, en su casa. We're speaking about las personas, people. People watch TV in their home.
Oh,
I thought you was asking us
in
personally.
general.
Las
General.
personas, en general. Muy bien, Andronica.
General.
Ahora, now we're going to practice that part, Timothy. ¿Tú miras la televisión en tu casa?
Sí.
Sí.
En mi casa.
Sí, mi.
televisión.
Sí.
Mi.
Me.
What's the pronoun? The pronoun. Yo.
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 Yo miro.
Television.
Oh, television.
Where? ¿Dónde?
En mi casa.
En mi casa. Muy bien, muy bien. Ahora, ese es en el tiempo presente. Vamos al progresivo. Progresivo. Let's pretend you're watching TV right now. For the purpose of the class right now, you are watching TV right now, television. My question to you, ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Pronoun.
Yo.
Yo, me.
Yo estoy,
Estar, conjugate estar. Estoy muy bien, yo estoy.
Yo estoy.
Estoy viendo a Batman. Can I say that?
And I will laugh.
La profesora está tranquila. Él está viendo. Generalmente utilizamos mirar. To watch TV we use mirar. Some people use ver la televisión.
Mirar.
Yeah, pero también dice mirar la televisión.
So-
Okay. Okay.
So it would be like
Mirando.
Mirando, sí, estoy mirando la
mirando.
televisión. Okay. But if you say estoy viendo la televisión,
That would be
Well-
good. I started in Wiley Plus.
it's another option too. I'm telling you that you have the two options now.
Okay.
Remember how Wiley Plus goes. If Wiley Plus gives you mirar, then you have to use mirando, or But if they give you ver, then you conjugate
You have to
ver
use
as in
veo.
viendo. Viendo.
Viendo.
You understand?
Sí.
Okay. Sí. Okay. Vamos a continuar. Mañana. So now we're going to say that we are going to watch Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, Batman. El verbo es ver. El verbo es ver. We are not using mirar this time.
So
we're
would
using
it
ver.
be vamos a ver
Vamos.
a Batman?
Vamos a,
Yeah.
Vamos
ver,
a ver.
A Batman.
a ver
vamos a ver.
la película Batman. Because if we say vamos a ver a Batman, then it implies that we're going to see himself.
Oh.
You know?
We should do that.
We should, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Since we can't go to la playa. No podemos ir a la playa. Okay. Any question on how to use that progressive and the near future?
I don't have a question on that.
Okay, go ahead.
But could you, if you don't mind, could you go over? I having problems with the S and the esta. I mean the este and esta.
Okay. You need to understand, have a better understanding on when to use them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, muy bien. Do we have anybody who thinks they know how to use them? Okay. I guess the answer is no.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Okay.
So give an answer, and then you call us to answer your questions.
Miren, ser se utiliza para expresar condiciones permanentes. profesión, ocupación, características físicas, ¿ok? Características generales de la persona. Profesión es profesora. Ocupación es carpintero. Característica física es bonita. Características intelectuales es inteligente. Es feo, es fea. Es linda, es buena. Características generales de la persona. Es amable, nice. ¿Ok? Característica física es alto, es alta.
Sí.
Es para la descripción en general. Traits. En inglés le decimos traits of a person. El verbo estar se utiliza para describir condiciones temporales. Temporales. ¿Cómo está? At present. Ahora. Está bien, está mal. Estoy bien, estoy mal. That's why the progressive is used with estar, because it's happening at present. Are you establishing the connection now? Because estar is for conditions that are happening at present. So está lloviendo, it's raining now. Okay, está soleado, it's sunny now, at present, right now. That's the condition now. So location. Estamos en Nassau. We are right located, situated in Nassau right now. Feelings. Estamos bien, estamos mal. Location, feeling, weather, estar. Okay?
Okay.
Things that are happening at present.
Okay.
Any other question with that?
No.
You got it? Okay, perfecto.
Sí.
Muy bien. Ok, ahora vamos a continuar. What are we doing this week? What are we learning this week?
Reflexive verbs.
Okay, what do you, muy bien. I hope you watched the videos. I know I gave you a lot of work to do on your own, but the idea was to ensure that you understand the concept as explained in English so that we can practice it in Spanish, right? Can you see my screen? No.
No, Professor.
No.
Okay, let me make sure you can see this. Now, vamos a hacer un ejercicio. I'm going to give you an activity for each of you. And this is going to be very helpful to understand how to use this reflexive verb. Do you remember how reflexive verbs work? I hope you watch the videos.
The verb is done to you. It's done on, so you say like me, take.
What you're doing to yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you
So first, let's identify los infinitivos, okay? Las acciones. Por la mañana, el despertador.
wake up.
Okay.
Una,
Okay.
levanta.
That's the verb, right? We are not going to make too much sense now because we have to conjugate it. But first, we're going to say what's going to happen. Okay. Por la mañana.
To wake up.
Despertarse, después levantarse. El despertador, ¿qué hace? Sonar.
No.
Okay. Levantarse de la cama. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see how this works now. Are you ready to try to conjugate it?
Sí.
Okay. So Celia y Maribel. We're going to use a third person. A third person. We're going to say what they are doing, right?
Sí.
Okay. Por la mañana, el despertador suena. ¿Sí? You see it now?
Bueno, sí.
Porque that's the reason you see that UE in
Oh.
brackets.
So it's irregular bath.
Muy bien, sí. Whenever you see that, it's telling you it's an irregular verb. Entonces, por la mañana, el despertador suena. You can say el reloj despertador o el
I have a
despertador.
question.
Okay.
Sorry to disturb. So you're putting the UE, it's replacing the O, and then you're dropping the R.
Well, this is what's happening. Let me put it on this side. So, sonar. So, when you conjugate the verb, you drop the ending, okay? And then you put the ending that goes, right? But because this is irregular, then you do that,
Okay.
okay? You guys understood what happened? Okay.
See, but that
Somebody-
conjugation is so close to being to be tired or sleepy, but you have to put the, what do you call that symbol on
Sueño.
top of the end? Yeah.
Well, it's called vergulilla, but anyway, la tilde. It has a, I was giving you the nerd name. My bad. Okay, so sueño is the other word, okay? So somebody say they didn't understand. So what I did was sonar, okay?
Senora,
Hey,
I have a question, but it's not pertaining to this. Do you want me to private message you this tomorrow?
I have to, I saw it, but I can't deal with it
No, this
now.
is another situation. I'll message it to you.
Please, okay. All right. Okay, so clase, el infinitivo es sonar. So how I broke it down, I took S-O-N-A-R. I took this ending off because I always have to drop that to start conjugating. Okay? And this is gonna, for the third person singular, but then this is for the irregularity. That's how sonar became suena. Now, if it was more than one, it would be suenan. Okay?
So you basically replace the O and then you conjugate it as a regular AR verb. You drop the O to UE, then you conjugate it as a regular AR verb or no?
Sí.
Okay.
But remember the replacement of O is not for all persons.
No, I know.
Okay, good. Okay. Entonces, por la mañana el despertador suena. Y Celia, I'm going to use the third person because it's easier for you to understand how we're going to break down this because we are going to use the same pronoun. Despertarse, which is to wake up, y Celia se despierta.
Right, because it's
Okay, porque es irregular, IE. What we did is we took despertar. I'm going to put it over here. Despertar. And then se is attached because despertar is to wake someone up. Pero despertarse is to when someone wakes up. So when the verb has the se particle becomes reflexive. Why do we call it reflexive? Because the doer and the receiver of the action is the same person. I'm waking up myself. In English, we say myself, you do it, you wake up yourself, I wake up myself. In Espanol, we make the verb reflexive, okay?
Sí.
And those are the things that you do that nobody can do for you. When somebody wakes you up, they woke you up, but you can't, nobody can wake you up for you, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sí.
Okay. So we took despertarse, and then we took se. Watch it, let me show you how it worked. So we took.
Good evening.
Hola.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're here? Okay. So we
I was
took
Glasses.
I cannot hear you. Um, so she took, what she did is she did this action, so she had to take her pronoun. You see it?
See.
So what is she going to do with this pronoun? She's going to put it over here at the very beginning.
Well, now I'm beginning at the verb.
Mhm. And then she realizes that in order to do the action, she has to conjugate the verb, which is irregular, and she's going to make a change here, right?
See.
All right, now she can wake up. And now, por la mañana, se despierta. Do you see how it worked?
Question.
Uh-huh.
How did you know to put that? I see you add an I. How did you know to put that I there? Where did that come from?
Well, it looks like you haven't watched the video for irregular verbs.
I watched all three. This
The
is
one
actually this one, but I'm not seeing where the I came from.
Professor, I was looking for them videos.
Okay,
I understand it say and all that. Those is easy, but I'm not understanding this.
how you know that where the vowels come from? When you learn the verb, you already see in bracket how the verb is going to be irregular. So just before the infinitive ending, that syllable has the change. You see that?
Okay, I got it.
You get it now?
Sí.
Entonces, por la mañana, Celia se despierta. El despertador suena. Celia se despierta. Y después.
Leventazo.
Oh, we got to break it down again.
I mean, sorry. Leventa.
Se levanta. We always have to break down.
Could we have just said levance? Levance?
No, you can't. You always have to conjugate the verb levantar. You have to imagine that you're just conjugating a regular verb normally.
No, I mean, no, not that. I mean, like if we had, because you could have dropped the AR, that was one of the videos it was saying, you could conjugate it and still leave the SE on it. You don't have to put the SE in front of it, like levantase, without the R.
What I'm trying to tell you is that you have to conjugate it.
Okay.
When you're saying in the simple present that when somebody gets up, you have to conjugate it, and this is how you do it.
Okay.
All right, okay?
That's all.
Sí, that's how you're gonna do it. So, entonces, Celia se despierta, Maribel se levanta. ¿Sí? Before, y se levanta de la cama. Se levanta de la cama, because she get up from the bed. Now, Celia se despierta, Maribel se levanta, y tú, that's my question to you. Y tú. ¿Y tú? ¿Y tú?
Would it be T?
Answer me levanto.
Muy bien.
Me levanto.
What about despertarse? Which one? How does it work for that?
Would it be
Yo me
despertado?
Despierto.
Oh crap! I forget.
We don't eat crab in a glass. Yo me levanto. Yo me despierto, yo me levanto.
Let me levanto.
Okay. After this explanation, you're gonna need to watch the videos again.
Yeah, I watch them.
See, because now you had an idea. Now we are explaining. Now when you watch it again, you say, oh, it's gonna make sense.
Yeah.
So, todos los verbos en esta página hay que conjugarlos con este principio, with the same principle. And this is when we're going to learn to say our daily routine. So, here we go. Yo me despierto, yo me levanto. Repiten. Yo me despierto.
Yo
me
me
despierto.
Yo me levanto.
Yo me
levanto.
Él se despierta.
Él se despierta.
Ella se levanta.
Ella se levanta.
Ella se levanta de la cama.
Ella
Se levanta de la cama.
Él se despierta cuando suena el despertador.
That's a bit long.
Él se despierta. Vamos. Él se despierta.
Él
se despierta
Cuando suena el despertador. Vamos, repitan. ¿Cuándo se despierta él?
Él se despierta cuando suena
Sí,
el despertador. ¿Cuándo se despierta él? Él
se despierta cuando suena
el despertador. Muy bien. Ahora, él se despierta a las 8 de la mañana. A las 8 de la mañana. ¿A qué hora se despierta? ¿A qué hora se despierta? Él se despierta a las 8 de la mañana.
A las 8.
A las 8 de la mañana.
8
de la mañana.
Se despierta.
¿Y a qué hora te despiertas tú? ¿A qué hora te despiertas?
Yo me despierto
Beautiful.
a las 6 de la mañana.
Despierta, señora, what's the word again? Despertarse. Despertarse. That means.
That's when you open your eyes.
Okay.
That's when you wake up.
Yeah. And the other one is when te levantas de la cama. You notice I made an emphasis, de la cama. So you understand the difference. Okay?
Oh, so the levant is when you get out of bed.
You get,
Okay.
Some people just get up, boom. But some people just, se despiertan, miran, piensan, después se levanta de la cama 30 minutos después. ¿Sí? Okay. Question so far. ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿Alguna pregunta?
No, profesor.
Ok. Ahora, vamos a ver Alex y Tomás. ¿Qué está haciendo? Now we are looking at the progressive. ¿Qué está haciendo Alex? Watch this now.
Alex, sí.
Alex say vest.
Haciendo.
Alex say vesti. I think it's vesti.
Putting on clothes.
No, la ropa, sorry. Se pone la
Alex
ropa.
say putting on shoes. Oh. Putting on.
Timmy, español. ¿Ok? Entonces,
Sí.
Alex Se está poniendo la ropa. Now we mix it. I know, right? Está poniendo. So, se está poniendo la ropa. But I have another one for you. You ready? The only way that you can use the reflexive pronoun attached is attached to the infinitive or attached to the gerund, to the participle. Watch this. Alex, you see what I'm doing now? Está poniendo.
Poniéndose.
Beautiful. La ropa. Present tense, present progressive. Any of those two is identically the same answer. The only difference here is that because we added a syllable, now we're going to have to add an accent. Poniéndose. So we understand in which one of those two we make stress. I think you need a screenshot.
What's the purpose of the accent?
Because once we add another syllable, right, to identify where we have to stress the word, an accent is placed on the second to last syllable before you add the reflexive pronoun.
Okay.
Okay. But it's inside the gerund, the same piece. Okay. This is for the progressive. It doesn't happen with the infinitive.
No. Okay.
Okay. Unless we are talking about a verb that has an accent, which is very rare. Okay. Okay. ¿Quién se pone la ropa? ¿Quién se pone la ropa? Use the same verb I'm asking you, using in the question, and that will help you. ¿Quién se pone la ropa?
Alex se pone la ropa.
Muy bien. ¿Quién se pone los zapatos? Zapatos. That's what you put in your
Tomás.
Tomás. Give me the verb.
Tomás.
Se pone los patos. Zapatos.
Pone las zapatos.
Listen to my pronunciation. ¿Quién se pone los zapatos?
Oh, Tomás se pone los zapatos.
Muy bien.
Zapatos.
Okay, so that is a simple present. Who wears? Who wears? You know, but in English we say who's wearing, right? But really, in Spanish, we cannot say that he is doing it now unless we use the other form. ¿Quién se está poniendo la ropa?
Tomás se está poniendo los zapatos.
Ropa.
Alex se pone la ropa.
Ropa, sí. Ropa es in clothing. ¿Quién está poniéndose los zapatos?
Tomás.
Alex.
Sí.
Tomás se pone los zapatos.
¿Quién está poniéndose los zapatos?
Tomás se está
poniéndose las
zapatos.
It's either se está poniendo o está poniéndose. You cannot use that se twice.
Alex se está poniendo la ropa.
So where's se?
Before está.
Okay, so you're gonna have to choose if you're gonna use it. Se está poniendo la ropa o está poniéndose la ropa. But you have to use that se. That's the only way we know it's a reflexive verb.
Right. Se está poniendo la ropa.
Muy bien. Let me tell you why. If you say Tomás está poniendo la ropa, I'm expecting you to say where he's putting the clothes. Unless you say se, then I know he's putting it on his body. On himself, you see? Tomás está poniendo la ropa en la mesa. So he's putting the clothes on the table. You see what I'm saying?
Sí, professor. The reflex pronoun is muy importante.
Sí. Sí, chicos. Okay. Any questions before we go on? ¿Alguna pregunta?
Professor,
Okay.
Devon said that her power just went out.
Oh,
She has no Wi-Fi.
I will upload the presentation. Okay, so ahora la pregunta va a ser, yo voy a preguntar quién está, vamos a la segunda parte, abajo, en la foto abajo, y voy a decir quién está y digo el nombre, la actividad, rather, la actividad, y ustedes dicen el nombre de la persona. Por ejemplo, ¿quién se está maquillando? Maquillando. ¿Quién se está maquillando?
Irene se está maquillando.
Irene. Good answer. But
Irene.
Irene se está maquillando. Muy bien. ¿Quién se está cepillando el pelo? ¿Quién se está cepillando el pelo? ¿Quién se está cepillando el pelo?
Mónica se está cepillando el pelo.
Muy bien. ¿Quién está lavándose la cara? ¿Quién está lavándose la cara?
Rosa está lavándose la cara.
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Quién tiene? I'm saying now who has. I'm speaking about objects now. ¿Quién tiene un peine en la mano?
Belén. Okay,
Belén, muy bien. ¿Quién tiene las tijeras?
Eras.
Teresa.
Teresa.
Teresa tiene las tijeras.
I
Muy
couldn't
bien.
find a name.
Ah, muy bien. Ahora, ¿comprende?
Sí.
Okay. Ahora, la rutina diaria. When you say your routine, you don't need to say that you're doing something unless you're doing it right now. Let's speak about how you will lay out your routine. Okay? I'm gonna have to stop sharing right now. You take your screenshot.
No, let me.
Un momento, por favor. Finito.
Too much. This is too much.
Michelle won all the bonus points, man.
Okay. Okay. Respiren. Respiren. I really wanted you all to learn the Our Father, but you all would have been praying on me right now. This class.
That's all right. I just took it.
Mira. We can hear you.
Okay.
Can y'all send the screenshots in the group, please? Sorry,
Send the one I just did.
My bad.
Padre nuestro.
Oh, yeah. I just got myself in trouble.
I'm sending the screenshots now.
Okay. This is when the girls get a little happy now. I'm sorry, Timothy, and Anthony, and Jeff. We're dealing with the guys now. Can you see my screen? Los chicos están en el baño.
Muy bien.
Listen to them. Los chicos están en el baño. Y I'm going to need the boys to help me to say the routine, la rutina. Okay? In this case, we're going to say yo me. Por la mañana, yo me. Come on, guys. Yo me.
El desodorante.
Well, that's an object. I need a verb. What is it
Oh,
that
you need
you
a verb?
do?
Oh,
Yo me ducho.
Yo me
ducho,
ducho.
yeah.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Ducho.
Yo me ducho. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
Después,
Después,
yo me seco.
yo me seco. Who's that, Anthony?
Aaron.
Go on, what? Show off. Muy bien.
Después,
Ajá.
yo me cepillo. Cepillo de dientes.
Después me cepillo con el cepillo de dientes, with. Muy bien. Oh, boy.
Después,
I hear bonus there.
yo me.
Wait, we just saying answers?
This is getting competitive. I love it.
Anthony, you get no points.
No, that's okay.
Vamos, Anthony, continúa.
Oh, Aaron.
That was, yeah, Aaron.
Okay. A ver, chicos, Jeff, Matthew, Timmy. Well, Anthony already participated.
This is Aaron, Miss.
Aaron is still here. I thought he left. Okay, he's so close. Oh, that's you. Oh,
Aaron
no
for
more.
a long time.
Okay. So, are you showing off? Are you going to show off now? See? Let's go.
Me?
3 actividades por la mañana. ¿Qué haces por la mañana? Tu rutina por la mañana. Chicas, you need to start thinking about 3 actividades en la rutina por la mañana.
Okay, I can say my routine.
Por la mañana, en español, no inglés.
Okay, I know.
Vamos.
Ready? You ready?
Habla.
Me levanto por la mañana y me lavo el cepillo de dientes.
Me lavo el cepillo de dientes is the toothbrush. You cannot.
Sorry. So be y me lavo los dientes.
Muy bien. Y me lavo los dientes. Está bien.
Y fuera el desodorante, I think.
No.
No.
Verbo. Vamos, Matthew, Aaron, Jeff.
Aaron already gone.
Okay, I don't have time for that.
What about Anthony?
I think Anthony said he had to leave. I think he's working something like that.
Okay.
You want me to finish? Luego me baño.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do the routine again. But guess what? Are you all listening? Aaron, you're lucky you don't have to do test number 2 oral. You did well. He didn't hear me.
You said I don't have to do the oral again because I did well?
The second oral number 2, which is the daily routine, you don't have to do it. You're good.
Gracias.
So, clase, I need you to participate, all right? But we have to make sure you learn it because your test number 2 is about the daily routine, okay? It's your daily routine. You have to understand how to conjugate the verbs and how to say what is it that you do. And when you're mentioning the items, you have to explain what is it that you do with those items. For example, la toalla. Okay? El verbo es secarse. Secarse. Me seco con la toalla. El champú. Me lavo la cabeza. So we have verbs en este capítulo que tenemos que saber qué haces con los verbos, ¿sí? ¿Ven los verbos? Can you see them? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, sí, we can see.
What do you see? Okay. Ahora ven que uso la crema de afeitar. Me afeito. Yo me afeito. Yo uso la crema. Sí, yo me afeito. Yo uso la crema de afeitar.
Cream?
Sí, pero I don't need you to translate. I'm trying to help you to understand how to use it.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay. Sí.
Okay, muy bien. Secarse, ¿ve? Secarse el pelo con la secadora. Secador de pelo. El secador de pelo es para secarse el pelo.
Sí.
Pero la toalla es para secarse. Like to dry oneself off. Secarse. Secarse el pelo. Secarse. La toalla es para secarse. You don't have to say what for. It's already implicit. Entonces es importante saber qué haces con el vocabulario, con el peine. ¿Para qué es el peine? Para peinarse. ¿Para qué es el secador? Para secarse. ¿Qué haces con el peine? Me peino. ¿Qué haces con el secador? Me seco el pelo. ¿Qué haces con la toalla? Me seco. ¿Qué haces con el gel? El gel. ¿Qué haces con el gel?
¿El?
Gel. En inglés se dice gel, pero en español es el gel.
Yeah.
El gel.
El gel.
Banarse.
¿Qué haces? What do you do with it? ¿Qué haces con el gel?
Ducharse.
¿Qué haces? What do you do? You have to answer from the I point of view.
Yo
Yo me baño.
Yo me baño.
Yo me baño. Yo me baño. ¿Qué haces con la pasta de dientes?
Yo me
cepillo los dientes.
Yo me cepillo los dientes.
Yo me cepillo.
Cepillo.
Los dientes. Chicas, ¿qué haces con el maquillaje?
Yo me maquillo.
Yo me maquillo. Yo me maquillo. Yo me maquillo. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces con la cama?
Yo me
acutar.
Yo me acuesto.
Yo me acuesto.
Yo me acuesto en la cama. O, ¿qué más?
O yo me relajo.
Yo me relajo. You guys gotta watch la pronunciación. O, por la mañana, ¿qué haces con la cama?
O
yo me despierto y me levanto de la cama. Me levanto de la cama. Okay. So this is what we are dealing with respect to the routine. I'm going to do another exercise. Think of your questions and organize your ideas. I'm going to ask some questions to the guys. Jeff, ¿estás? Jeff? No está. Matthew. Matthew, ¿te afeitas? ¿Te afeitas? I'm talking about the face, guys. In this case. ¿Te afeitas? Mis chicos no están. Mis chicos have their brain fried.
Sí.
Is that everybody or just the chicos?
That's just one person.
Okay. It's kind of like everybody.
You only asked Matthew.
Timmy, ¿te afeitas? ¿Te afeitas?
Sí, I mean, sí.
Y
Sí, use la crema de afeita en mi cara. Uso la crema
Ajá.
de afeita en mi cara.
Okay. So, ahora te voy a decir cómo lo tienes que usar. I'm going to tell you exactly how to use it. Here we go. Vamos a ver. Okay. Can you see the verbs?
Sí.
Entonces, Timmy, tu respuesta sería uso, ¿sí?
Sí.
Uso, of course, you know, this is implicit, right?
Sí.
Uso la crema de afeitar para, do you remember when I was saying that it could be attached or detached?
Sí.
Afeitarme.
You let me take a screenshot.
Notice that I have para in front of it, as in order to, or like the purpose of doing something. So in this case, he's saying I use the shaving cream to shave, in order to shave, or for the purpose of shaving. But you notice you don't use shaving as in the same way we use the ing in Spanish, because we would have had to have estar in front of that ing equivalent in Spanish. You understand what I'm saying? So you cannot use it in the same way, because you would have required the infinitive. So whenever you would have said in English, you use it for shaving, and you can take away the shaving and use it to shave, that means in Spanish, you are required to use the infinitive.
So for our oral, we have to say what we actually do. Like I get out of bed and I use a toothbrush to brush my teeth.
Well,
stuff like that.
Something, sí, posiblemente. You don't know what question it is until it's open. Pero es similar.
Okay.
Pero es similar. Es similar. ¿A qué hora te levantas? Preguntas con respecto a la rutina. ¿Ok? Ok. Entonces acá tenemos, para acostarse, yo me acuesto en la cama, ¿no? ¿Sí? Yo me acuesto en la cama. ¿Sí? ¿Ve? Yo me despierto a las 8. We dealt with that. Divertirse. Yo me divierto mucho con mi familia. Yo me divierto mucho con mi familia. Me divierto mucho con mi familia. Ahora, ¿qué pasa? Yo me divierto, ¿sí? What happens? Do you remember when you saw about reciprocal construction? Remember that note?
Sí, pero.
So this is what happens with that. Okay. Es principalmente cuando utilizamos nosotros. This is when it's reciprocal because I'm doing the function and you're doing it. I'm doing it with you or to you, or you're doing it with me or to me. So let's say we look at each other. Nos miramos. Let's say we have fun together. Yo me divierto, but we do it together. Nos divertimos. Can you see it?
Sí.
Sí.
Uh-huh. Now, what is implicit there? Nosotros. But we don't even have to say it because nos is already saying that we are the ones doing the action. Can you see it?
Sí.
Uh-huh. So reciprocal constructions is very easy because it's the nosotros form, right? Mainly. But let's say nosotros nos divertimos, but let's say not all of us are there, but they are doing it. They're having fun without us. So ellos se divierten. Nosotros nos divertimos y ellos se divierten. Uh-huh. Nosotros nos miramos. Ellos, help me out, ellos.
Ellos, se.
Miran.
Miran.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Question, the first one, yo me acuesto en la cama. That's I go to bed, in a bed.
I lay down in the bed.
Oh, okay. Because they have here on this on the sheet that we have, they have it as I go to bed, not I lie down.
Well, if you say yo me acuesto, when I hear yo me acuesto, I can already picture in my mind someone putting their body down in bed. But you could say yo me acuesto en el piso, because you could do it on the floor. Yo me acuesto en el piso, yo me acuesto en la cama. Right? Don't you lay down on the cold floor sometimes just when it's too hot and just en la arena, in the sand? You understand what I'm saying?
Sí.
Acostarse is the action of putting one's body down. Now, what kind of surface? En la o en el. Okay? Pero si dice, yo me acuesto a las 10, it's already implicit that you're going to bed.
Okay.
¿Entiendes? So, el contexto ayuda, it helps. Ahora, cuando llego a mi casa, me quito la ropa. Me quito la ropa. Me quito la ropa y me ducho. What's going on there? What are you doing in that case?
Putting on my...
No, quito, me quito. Off.
Taking off my clothes to take a shower.
Muy bien. So, let's say you are a parent and you have a set of twins. Los gemelos. Okay? Remember, me quito la ropa y me ducho. Tú y los gemelos llegan a la casa. Los gemelos Say, help me out.
Se qui-
Ki.
Kita. Oh,
Quitamos.
Quitan.
Kitan. Oh,
Oh,
Kita.
For
yes,
you to
they,
say
sorry.
quitamos, you have to say
Quitan.
nosotros, nos. Se
Yeah.
quitan la ropa y los
La
zapatos.
ropa.
Y
Se duche.
se
Yeah, touche.
Duche.
Ah,
Duche.
look at the ending here.
Duchan.
Oh, duchan.
Duchan. So do you understand now why I went so long through the review of the conjugation from 103?
Mm-hmm.
Because the reflexive now requires that same conjugation, but what we have incorporated now is the reflexive pronoun to it. So now you have to remember when to detach the pronoun, how to change the pronoun according to the speaker or the doer or doer of the action, and you still have to conjugate the verb in the same present tense. Yeah. Some things make more sense later, right? This is one of them. So, ¿tienes sueño? Yo tengo sueño, mucho sueño. ¿Tienen sueño? ¿Tienen sueño? ¿Tienen sueño? ¿Tienen sueño?
No.
In the moment.
¿Tienen sueño?
No.
No.
No. No, ¿qué? No.
It'll be no tengo, no.
I'm talking to you all. And then no has to go in front of the verb. ¿Tienen sueño?
No, yo no tengo
No,
sueño.
nos.
I'm saying to you all.
tenemos.
Listen, tienen, yeah, Andronica, you started right. ¿Tienen sueño? ¿Tienen sueño?
No.
No tiene. No tenemos. No tenemos sueño. So how do we know when to put no after? Oh, so why this one is in no tenemos no sueño?
No, it's always no tenemos. No is always in front of the verb. You know why I'm using this? Because I don't want you to think now that all verbs are reflexive. Those verbs that were not reflexive, they are still to be used in the same way you learned them.
Oh, okay. So when we use this after mañana, that's different. Okay.
Well, mañana is just a complement of time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right. Do we understand? Do you understand the question?
Sí.
Okay. ¿Tú te vistes en la clase? I hope not. Well, Timmy did that once. ¿Tú te vistes en la clase? The verb is vestirse, to get dressed. I had to send him a message say, please wear the armor of God. Okay. No. Now, este es reflexivo.
No, wait.
You're addressing us as a group or as an individual?
Grupo.
Oh, okay.
I'm helping you. I'm helping you because this is a tricky one. Look at that one. Wow. So we always put no in front of the verb, but the difference now is that the reflexive is part of the verb. And remember, the reflexive goes in front of the verb when the verb has to be conjugated.
Right.
Once the verb doesn't have to be conjugated, you can leave it in the front or attach it to the end. Okay. So, ¿ustedes se visten en la clase?
No, no. Hold on.
No, no, nos vestimos en la clase.
Muy bien.
No,
See, I didn't hear Jeff. This one is Jeff. ¿Ustedes se duermen en la clase? Look, duermen right here. Fall asleep.
No, 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 no. Wait. It's no, no, nos.
No, nos, muy bien, nos. Let me see how you're gonna conjugalo.
This can be hard now. Is it?
Yeah.
See, this is a regular thing I'm not used to, man. Is it?
Nosotros has nothing to do with the regularity. It's for the other one.
No. I mean in the verb itself, like conjugating it, since it's UE.
I just gave you the answer. Nosotros is not part of the regularity. The other persons, but not nosotros.
So what do we the way
Dormimos.
I was not going to figure that out.
Dormimos.
Amos, imos, the ending amos, imos. Hemos.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember the review from chapter 3 and chapter 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you understand why I asked you to do the self-study yesterday?
Sí.
Because it's really the only way this will kind of start making a little bit of sense. It's completely different from the way you do it in English. And you have to kind of look at it in a compare way, like you have to compare the grammar. And if you don't get the reminder of how the English grammar works, we are so used to using broken English in the street that it's very difficult for us to put Spanish into proper perspective, because we have to really compare it with proper English, and then we have to get that reminder first, and then the concept, and then we could really get into this. Otherwise, it will not make any sense at all. Okay. So let's practice with everything we have on the board. My screen. Ajá. Timmy, ¿usas crema para afeitarte?
You may sorry. You uso
¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
¿Usas? Ajá, sí que, sí.
Sí, uso la crema de afeita para afeitarme.
Beautiful. Oh, wow, show off. Muy bien, muy bien. Andronica, ¿te acuestas en la cama? ¿Te acuestas en la cama?
Yo me acuesto en la cama.
¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o no?
Sí, yo me acuesto en la cama.
Muy bien. Taisha, is she here, still here?
Sí.
Taisha, ¿te diviertes mucho con tu familia?
Sí, me.
Pronunciation is
me.
Ajá.
Me
Go
divierto mucho con mi familia.
Beautiful, beautiful. Is Marika here? Okay. Is Devon here? Devon, ¿estás? No está. Okay, let me go to Zoom. Okay, Aaron?
Sí.
Okay. Muy bien. ¿Tú y tus amigos se divierten mucho.
Repita, por favor.
Tú y tus amigos se divierten mucho.
Sí. Sí, mi amigos y yo nos divertimos mucho.
Okay, only one little detail. Mis amigos y yo.
Mis.
Mis amigos y yo, okay? All right. Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to ask it to a few people.
Candira said she had something important. She had to leave.
Okay. Momento. Can you still see my screen?
Sí.
Sí.
Okay. Muy bien. Is Jeff back or not yet? ¿Está durmiendo?
Yeah.
Hey, hola, chico. Man, you need to see all the things Timmy was saying about you. Okay, momento. Screen sharing was paused. Momento. What do you see, guys?
Poodle.
Oh.
Noodles.
I should have said computer.
No, la clase se me fue. I don't know where it went.
You can see all your business.
My business? Knows it. Okay. That was a good screen. That was such a good screen. Okay. Any other question? Jeff, I had a question for you earlier about La Rutina. And Andronica was saying that you're falling asleep in class.
Jeff ain't there, Professor?
Hmm?
Jeff isn't here?
Oh, well, then he fell asleep for true. Michelle.
Sí, profesora.
Michelle, tú te pones los zapatos para ir, this is a hard one now, a la calle. Tú te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle, street. Tú te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle. Te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle. Te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle. I'm going to share the, yeah, let's write it down. It's Michelle Delalia. Okay. La pregunta es, ¿te pones? That's for another class. This is something else to the top. That's for another class. ¿Te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle? ¿Te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle? Okay. ¿Te pones los zapatos para ir a la calle? Oh. Momento.
Okay.
Okay, mira. This is what we're going to do now. Let's process it. You're going to see, everybody will see right now. This is what you have to change.
Okay. And that one?
See.
So it'll be yo me pone.
Oh, you're gonna, so if this is to you, so this is to you, so now you're gonna have to say to me.
To me?
Me pono.
That's a regular verb. Me
Um,
pongo.
she said, "Oh yes, it's one of those like cargo, cargo.
Like how?
Me pongo los zapatos
Me pongo los zapatos
para
para
ir.
¿Comprende? Me pongo los zapatos para ir a la calle. You see, so you have to figure out, is it addressed to me? Then I answer, yo. Okay? Okay. ¿Tú te bañas por las mañanas? ¿Te bañas? This is the... ¿Te bañas por la mañana?
Me baño.
Muy bien.
Me baño.
Muy bien. You see?
Sí.
Bien. Muy bien. Tú te bañas. Tú te bañas y yo me baño. Okay? So what is it if we do it? If we all bathe. Pero nosotros nos.
Oh crap, yeah, nos.
You like this, what do you like, crab and rice?
Bañamos.
Bañamos, is it bañamos?
Bañamos.
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 Nosotros nos bañamos. Okay?
Crab and rice is expensive.
Caro, es caro.
Oh,
Es caro. But by the end of this course, you would have completed a whole brand new glossary of your own. Okay, clases. Te pones, chicas, te pones maquillaje para ir a la fiesta. Maquillaje para ir a la fiesta.
Me pongo. So if we're answering for ourselves, we have to say, we can take out the los and say maquilla. Maquillao.
No, maquillaje is a noun. You only conjugate the verb. You can't conjugate nouns.
Okay.
So me pongo.
Me
pongo maquillaje para ir a la fiesta.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay. ¿Quién se pone, I'm asking who now, quién se pone maquillaje para ir a la fiesta? ¿Quién se pone maquillaje? ¿Quién?
Los chicas.
Las
chicas.
But when I say quién, that means one person.
Oh.
One person.
La chica.
Okay, muy bien. Now, if I say quiénes se ponen.
More than one.
Las chicas.
Las chicas.
Okay. Are we understanding it a bit better?
Sí.
Okay. Now, was everybody able to complete their assignment yesterday?
Yes. Professor.
Okay.
Professor.
Okay.
The last pregunta of
you
the
mean
first assignment.
Oh, now I know the assessment. We can't talk about that because, you know, we would have, if it was during the time you were doing it when I gave you the extension, but by now you could have read answers and all of that. But what we are talking, are we talking about the assignments from chapter 6?
Sí.
Yeah, reflexivo, verbal.
Verbos reflexivos, okay. So, but
yes.
are you what I will do, since we have a long weekend, And I'm so nice and I love you so much.
Ooh. S open.
Ooh.
Abra. Eso.
Yo voy a abrir las tareas.
You're going to open the homework.
You translate it? You spoil it for the class?
Lo siento.
Traducción en mi clase de español? No. No. I'm going to put Matthew on you.
Oh?
Matthew be like, what? You say my name?
No, la profesora no le gusta traducir.
Yeah, sorry, Matthew. Anthony is not here, so I have to get somebody to put Timmy in order.
That was Aaron.
I need manpower. That was Aaron?
Yeah, see?
He translated? No, he didn't.
Professor, this is like the 10th time this one class you've mistaken me for someone else.
That's true. So that makes you translate it? You?
I don't think it was me that did this one.
Wow.
But all the other ones.
Oh my God. Okay. I think your mic has improved today. Your voice sounds stronger today. And the only one that normally shouts at me is Anthony. That's why. I'm like, why are you shouting at me? Yeah. Okay. But don't worry, you got your grade already. So I know this is good because I know they want that grade so they don't have to do the oral.
Sí.
So when we meet again, you will have your chance. Now you know. Run your mouth. Okay, chicos. So I know we've done a lot today. And I'm going to open the assignments, as I said, to ensure that you guys have the opportunity to complete it. And perhaps some of you may even be able to, improve your answers now that you have a better understanding. I don't know what Wiley Plus would allow you to do from what it doesn't allow. But if the case is that most of you feel that you have a better understanding on how to answer now, and Wiley Plus may not allow you to change your answer, in that case, I'll have to reset the whole exercise. And if the entire class feels the need, then if we have a majority that needs to do that.
Professor.
Okay.
So with the same last question, even more so now, I'm 95% sure all my answers was correct. But it says that all my answers was wrong. So I'm not sure if it's something Wiley Plus isn't accepting that I'm putting down.
Okay, so what question on what exercise is it?
Let
me check it right now as we speak.
Wiley Plus.
You think that dog is trying to learn Spanish?
I really could feed your dog.
El perro. El perro está ladrando. That's barking en español. Oh, en inglés los perros ladran roof roof, pero en español how how. Even animal sounds are different. Sí, en inglés roof roof, en español how how.
Wow.
En inglés mew, en español miau miau.
Wow.
Y el gallo, what about the rooster? No, en español es kikiriki. Okay, Aaron, what exercise is it?
All right, so it is class homework 1, chapter 6-1, Reflexive Verbs, exercise 6-3. Así se forma reflexive verbs.
Okay, let me see.
And it gives us two incomplete sentences that we have to conjugate and make into a sentence. And
6-3,
I'm not sure if it's because I have a period at the end of each of my sentences or what, but
Is it one that is very long?
yes, ma'am.
The one
10
that,
questions.
no, 10. Oh, no, I'm the one with the 28. Okay, this is not it. You say 6-3.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see.
Wait, I'm not finished with that.
Now, if you notice, we have it set up the way you actually have 3 trials
Yes, ma'am.
for this one, but you know, you lose points, and then eventually, if we have to give you the answer, you lose all the points, but at least you get to learn the concept.
That never gives me an answer.
I only submitted it once because I know if I got all these wrong, then there shouldn't be something wrong with me.
Okay, I'll check it because sometimes when we notice things like that, we tend to grade that question manually. But the one that I'm seeing it said reflexivos, es 661 reflexivos.
No,
I have homework 2-6, la rutina diaria, and 6-1 reflexivos. None of those?
no, ma'am. Would you like me to say the instructions of this one?
Yes, please.
Escribe oraciones completas si sigue los modelos.
Los modelos. Oh,
That's the last one.
Déjame ver.
Jorge/Banaras. Jorge se baña.
Okay, one moment.
Bañarse.
6-1. Okay, let's see. 6-1. You say 6-3?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm only seeing the 6-1. Jorge se baña. ¿Es así se dice? Pecador, no.
No, ma'am. Así se forma.
Así se forma. Así se dice, así se forma. Is it Q13? I believe it is. I cannot find it like that. You say it's the second to last?
The last one.
The last one.
The very last one. On the first assignment you gave on Wiley Plus. As the first assignment you gave yesterday on Wiley Plus.
The one that I see here has 15 questions. And you have to, that's not it, eh?
No,
That's the last one that I see here. Let me see, maybe my screen.
That's 3.
Momento, let me. Oh, no. My screen was minimized, that's why. Okay, so you're having problem, which one is it again? With what? With what? Very last one? Number 10?
No, the whole question. I'm getting it wrong. I could show my answers if you want, but
Aaron, you
so
say you have a full stop?
No, you don't need to put the period because the period is outside already.
Yeah, the period already there.
Okay. See, I didn't see that.
Okay. Yeah, take the period off. And number 9, are you having any problem with it?
Let me see. Number 9, I put mi profesor se de español se divertido.
Okay. But now you know it's not se divertido. It's a, you have to conjugate it in third person.
Yes, mom.
Okay.
Yes, mom.
Okay. Let me open it as we speak and extend it, and then let's see if it allow you to